Hey everybody, it's me again, your Sam. I want to talk a little bit today about Sea Maiden's Heir. It's one of my other work in progresses. Sea Maiden's Heir, the main character, her name is Violet Coltrane, Lady Violet or Captain Violet. She is from a island nation called Storm Islands, and she is 25, give or take. She's pretty smart. She's learned how to build ships and become an engineer. She's taught herself some new techniques to try to improve her ships. Now, the reason why she wants to improve the ships is because they're getting attacked by what is now known as the Red Dragon Horde. I'm probably going to change that name, but I still kind of like the Red Dragon Horde, but for less confusion on, Hannibal Lecter kind of thing, I might change it. She's learning steam power. Pretty much, she wants to create some steamships and eventually build into airships. Now, the reason why is the Red Dragon Horde is a pirate horde that are attacking their merchant ships and some of their islands. Red Dragon Horde is mysterious. They don't know who the captains are. They don't know exactly how many ships are in this horde. They're all very quick, very efficient, and they don't really leave very many survivors. And if they do leave survivors, they're like too scared to talk, or they don't see anything. It's all done in the fog. It's all done in smoke. It's very ninja pirate-ish. So Violet's trying to create these ships that can outmaneuver the Red Dragon Horde and hopefully overpower them. They've been dealing with this Red Dragon for about a year, maybe two now, so their resources are kind of depleting. They don't really have to worry about money per se, because Violet's father used to be a pirate, so he's got a fairly large stockpile because he was a very good pirate before he decided to become a lord. But they're kind of running out of people. They're kind of running out of sailors. The islands don't really have many livable places, so the population doesn't really have anywhere to go or to grow. And yeah, they're just kind of running out of sailors to crew the ships. That's their main problem that they're running into, plus being able to build ships that can overpower or outmaneuver the Red Dragon Horde, like I said before. So they've been trying to reach out to their fellow nations of the same kingdom. The kingdom is called Heir. It's run by King Cathal. He is the first king of his name. He's only been king for about 2 years because that's when his dad died. He inherited the kingdom. He was an adventurer before he became king, so he literally has very little interest in being a king. He is still learning the ropes, and much of the kingdom doesn't really realize that the islands are their own nation and part of the kingdom. Yes, the islands are very important because they're the ones running the trade routes of the sea and a lot of the major rivers that can fit the larger ships. They are the merchants of this nation, pretty much, and people just don't realize it because, let's face it, a pirate doesn't really know how to reach out to other lords, and he doesn't like other lords, so they've kind of kept to themselves. Now that they need help, he's kind of regretting not being more approachable and approaching other lords more and creating allies within their kingdom, or making himself known in the kingdom, I should say. When the Red Dragon attacks, they mostly attack merchant ships. Most of the crew kind of comes back unscathed from these attacks. The ship is ravaged. I mean, they no longer have any of their goods. They no longer have any of their gold, any of the ore or anything that they are trying to bring back to Violet so that she can use it to build these ships is taken. The crew, all they see are people dressed in black or red. They see maybe one ship with a sail before they're assaulted. There's very little details. If there's not a fog in the dead of night when these ships attack, then they create a cloud of smoke. The crews that have seen these ships don't know exactly how they do that. When the Red Dragon attacks some of the warships, it's a different story. The crew disappears. There might be some bodies found, but the crew is gone. The ship, if it's a new ship, worth something, has some new fittings and things that Violet has and her team have created, the ship's gone. If not, then it's completely destroyed. It's literal splinters in the sea. It's a mystery. This is going to be kind of a romance, kind of action, kind of based. The reason why this is going to be a romance is because since the king has been in power for 2 years and he is unmarried, Brienne, his right-hand man, has taken it upon himself to invite ladies in the nations to come to the castle and compete for the king's hand. I just want it to be fun. It's fun to me, and I want it to be fun to you. Violet gets one of these invitations, and she kind of laughs it off because she knows that she's no lady. She knows that she is not queen material. She just knows that. They see it as an opportunity to gain more ears, to gain more aid. And that is the reason why she goes to the castle. She knows that she's going to meet with ladies of some power who have people that they can hire to become sailors and train to become sailors, or they might even have sailors of their own that they can hire to help them out with the Red Dragon Horde, or create allies and armies that can help them. So that's the only reason why she goes. She has no interest in being queen, of course. She's queen of her own lands, and the nation doesn't really realize that they exist. So, I mean, she doesn't really have to abide by all the rules of the kingdom anyway. Why would she give that up? Another thing is that she has been to the kingdom before. She was very young. Her mother and father were invited by the former king to just be part of a ball or something. So she was there when she was little, and she remembers this boy who used to bring her apples whenever she would, manage to escape and sit beside a pond. That's basically all she remembers of the kingdom. Lived all of her life on these islands, and it's her home. It's her world. She learns who the boy is, and she learns that the king isn't all that bad. He's not as stuck up as she thought that he would be. She has a lot of stereotypes in her head for these lords and ladies of the kingdom, and she's finding that people don't always fit into stereotypes. So she's finding some friends too. That is pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to share. I've been writing it by hand as well. So, I mean, I got this little notebook. I think it was from Lena one Christmas. I could be wrong, but I've been writing it in here. As you can see, I'm not as far into it as I am. I'm no hero, but this notebook is fully Sea Maiden's Heir. And yes, there is an envelope in here because I woke up one night and for some odd reason didn't have a notebook, couldn't find a notebook, but I found an envelope and I wrote a scene on it. Life of a writer, right? But yeah, if you have any questions or comments or can come up with some names for some of these ladies, because there's probably going to be a lot of them, go right ahead and leave them in the comments. I'm I'm kind of looking for odd names like Ketrae. Well, it's spelled Katchrae. So I'm kind of looking for some odd names here and there. Exotic, I guess I should say. So if you have any suggestions for that, feel free to comment below. And hopefully you'll look forward to the next update. Have a great day, be kind, and go pet a dog.